Do you think that this renewed need of materiality and urgency is satisfied or can be satisfied by the consistent cultural changes and narrative changes you were mentioning? Or do you feel that there is a big risk of failure? So that maybe when the failure arrives, they stop because they feel frustration related to that, when non-material or non-policy related outcomes do arrive. And do you feel there is a risk of cooptation or the escalation of the mobilizations when, for example, greenwashing or pinkwashing happen, related particularly to the movements you were mentioning before, or other more capitalist or market-led strategies arrive using the narrative within market strategies? Thank you very much.
Maybe to collect now. Yeah, please go.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for your interventions. I would like to know, what do you think we can learn from the no-war movement that was very central to the European Social Forum 20 years ago, and what good practices and lessons can we extract from this to try to apply today? My diagnosis is that the peace movement in Europe is probably in a very bad moment.
Thank you very much. We have one more question here.
Thank you. My name is Laura Sullivan from We Move Europe. Thank you first for telling stories, because we need to tell stories all the time, and I loved listening to you. My question is, you've been looking at the last 20 years in terms of what is coming now. Do you have a sense of, and there's no crystal ball, but what are the political patterns that you can foresee repeating themselves in this coming winter and these coming years up to the next European elections? Particularly worry about what happened before the last European elections in terms of the Syrian war, many people on the move, the impact that had in politics, etc., and what is to come now.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, sorry. So we'll take the last one in this round question, and then we will go back to the panel.
Hello, yes, thank you for the interesting talk. I have two questions. There's a discussion paper beforehand where you also mentioned backlashes when there's social movements pushing for something, and I was wondering what you think of the current environmentalist activism with throwing things at paintings. And then in Austria right now, there's a lot of young activists gluing themselves on the streets. And I was wondering what you think they need to do in addition to this to actually drive for a change.
Okay, thank you very much for these very interesting questions. So yeah, I would suggest that